Okay, we're ready to rock and roll here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Inspiration Nation weekly training or team meeting. For some of you that may not know me or have only seen me on occasion, my name is BJ Stevens. I'm fairly new with the group. I've only been here about 4 weeks, actually. Um, just welcome. Everybody knows that we're all here. We want to welcome new members and their families, and we just want to let you know that we're all here to connect and help each other and create that family atmosphere. That's what we all do. If you ever need help, you just reach out to any of us, and we'll do our best and help you any way that we possibly can. So again, welcome everybody, and I'm going to turn this over to the leader, the incomparable Melody Ryba.
Thank you so much, BJ. I love having you as part of our family. You're such a great addition to us, and I learn from you too. So that's great. You know, we get to learn from each other, but ultimately learning from Robert Hollis. Welcome everyone to this week's Team Inspiration Nation Hangout. Today's subject is about rejection. It's one of the subjects that we don't like to talk about, we don't like to think about, but we all deal with. So Tony Robbins was quoted as saying, success is buried on the other side of rejection. So I guess we need to get out our shovels and start digging, right? Today I want to share with you a video from the one and only, I've got to share my screen first, the one and only Todd Falcone, who, let me see if I can find it here. It says sharing. No?
No.
Okay. Who talks a little bit about rejection. So let me share this with you, and then I'll come right back to you.
Hey guys, Todd Falcone here, and I just want to throw out a quick video. I did a survey recently, and you may have been one of the participants in that survey, and I asked a specific question. I had hundreds, like actually over 1,100 people answer with different responses to what are the things that are troubling them or what are the things that they need in order to be successful. I'm going to kind of start going through that list on these blog posts and just kind of pecking them off one by one. One of the ones I looked at this morning was how do I deal with no's? Like, how do I get over the no and the feeling of being rejected when I'm out prospecting? And I think that's a common issue, especially for new people. You feel like you're being personally rejected, like it's, and we tend to take things personally. That's exactly what you don't want to do. You want to detach yourself from, from that experience. I realize that we're all humans, that we're all emotional people, that we want to be accepted, that we want to be wanted, and all those things, and that's part of human nature. But when it comes to prospecting and recruiting, it's really a business. So we're simply addressing a person, asking them a question, finding out if they're interested in something, and if they're open, that's great, and if they're not, they're saying no to themselves. They're not saying no to us. They're saying no, but they're really saying no to themselves. No, I'm not interested right now. No, this isn't for me. No, I don't get it. Whatever it is, but it's not, oh, you're weird, you're creepy, I don't like you, get away from me. Even though they might lash out occasionally and go, what are you crazy? Whatever it is, they're still saying no to themselves. So I think that the thing that you have to understand more than anything is that you don't take it personally and that you let it go, and that your business is not going to be made or broken by that individual. And you just got to be willing to move on. I think it's just, and that's a personal decision. Like when something happens to us, whatever that thing is, we get to choose. Like, how do I react to this? Do I lash back out, or do I kind of let it go off like a duck's back and roll off of me? So just something to think about. Again, it's a matter of choice. Don't hold on to it because it doesn't serve you. We'll see you on another blog post soon. Bye.
Okay, let me find my way back to you. Were you guys able to hear that okay? So the dreaded no, that rejection that we've all faced at one point or another. It is a subject that a lot of people don't like to talk about, especially in our profession. Some of us have all experienced rejection at one point of our lives or another. Some of us may still have a sharp, painful memory that still hurts, and that memory affects us in a sense tries to protect us from letting it happen again. And yes, it hurts, doesn't it? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but yeah, it hurts. And it was something that I had to learn to get through. And I was reading from WWN's editor, Andrew Drogan, probably butchering his name, Drogan, and he had an article all about rejection. And recently, Ray Higdon said, don't be a note hoarder. So I'm bringing you guys my notes about this, and I'm trying to do my part and giving you some value from some professionals who know, the tips and tricks that we can add to our business. Studies show that our brains are hardwired for the reason to protect us. In the tribal days, if you were kicked out of your group, your tribe, and you were there left to survive on your own, you were against all odds, when it came to the harsh elements or predators. It wasn't looking good for you. So it's really, really hard to think if you're going to go and do something on your own and be rejected by a certain group of people, especially if you're like me, that kind of wears my heart on the sleeve and let it in the past affect me personally. So as suggested by research studies done by UCLA, sorry Doug, we know that rejection triggers the same response as physical pain in our brain. In fact, research suggests that taking Tylenol actually reduces the pain of social rejection as it does for physical and emotional pain, as they both advocate the exact same neural network. So networkers have long developed techniques and to mitigate this fear and that all dreaded no, that all too common no that we hear as marketers. Rejection isn't quite as dramatic as it was in the past when we're talking about marketing. In the past, it was more door-to-door, and you had those maybe some of those people had humiliating and insulting door slams in their face. I can't imagine having to deal with that. Today with technology, we can pick up the phone, we can get on a Google Hangout like this or a Skype and talk to somebody face to face, which is the most powerful thing in building rapport with somebody and getting to know one. And it's also highly valued when it comes to prospecting in our field. So despite the fears and discomforts that it poses, being able to use technology to our advantage is very, very valued. So how do we prepare ourselves for rejection? I'm going to give you 3 things, so you might want to jot these down. First of all, maybe we can turn that rejection, that no, into a game. What if we go for the no? Expect the no. In fact, I think I was told by Junior to go for 2,000 no's. Remember that not everyone is going to be receptive or be at the right place, the right time, or even see the value of what we're offering. So even if somebody was incredibly rude or totally not interested, you just still have to pat yourself on the back because you're putting into practice, developing your skills as you're going out there talking to someone, and it will result in the end results will be great, and you'll start to see your skills develop. Number 2 is don't take it personally, like Todd was saying. Be like a duck. Let it roll off your back like water. And it's not somebody rejecting you or me personally. It's not the reaction. We have to totally remove our ego from the process and realize it's not our self-worth that they're rejecting, they're reacting to. And remember that any hostility or rejection isn't personally at us. Robert always says, talk to as many people as quickly as possible, saying as little as possible. If you were to set a minimum goal of 100 people, you would develop your skills and the chances of getting out of the fear of rejection when it comes to those no's and get past that much more quickly. Remember, it's the fear that you face that holds you back, and if you can get past that, it'll build your confidence and ultimately give you results. Number 2, I found this very, very interesting when I read this. There's an author of To Sell is Human named Dan Pink, and he suggests that as an exercise, you write a letter of rejection to yourself, outlining every potential objection you can think of, and then read it out loud, making the inevitable no less dire and even humorous. These are solid techniques to rewire our brains and let us realize, come to the realization that prospecting isn't a life-threatening situation. So whether you're in sales or marketing, we all face rejection. This will prepare you, and even if you do these exercises, it will help desensitize the feeling of rejection when you get that no. And if you learn to do it repetitively, you'll desensitize yourself with each exposure. So what if there was a way that promoting something didn't require rejection? Well, there is. And Robert gives us that solution in the training in your members area, and it's called the $1 million question. It's not directly at the person, the individual that you're talking to, but it's asking, who do you know? So what if you took rejection in the way that if somebody said no to you, they weren't saying no to your opportunity and no to what you're offering them, or no, they don't know anybody. They were just rejecting their own hopes and their own dreams instead of you. So that would really change things, change the dynamics of things. And I found that really, really helpful. One of the quotes I wanted to share with you, because this kind of jumped out at me when I was studying this, is if you aren't getting rejected on a daily basis, then your goals aren't ambitious enough. And that was, I believe Chris Dixon said that. So what I want to do now is I want to talk to Mr. Consistency. I want Scott, our Black Diamond, to come out and share with us, how do you feel about rejection? How many times have you been rejected, and how does that affect you?
Are you talking about today? Like in general as today, or in general?
In general. But, rejection is part of it, right?
Yeah, it happens to me constantly on a daily basis. But I don't worry about the people that say no. I just move on to finding new people.
Right. It's not about convincing people of what to take a look, or begging people, or hyping something up. It's about sharing with people, informing people so they can make an educated decision for themselves. We don't have to sit there and arm wrestle people to get them to look at what we have. It's just simply sharing. And don't get caught up. And Scott, I know you can let us know your experience, because I know what you've gone through. But even when you get a lead, sometimes when we're brand new, we get so excited that we get a lead in our back office, or somebody that we're sharing with, and we just stay with that person, and we stop planting seeds. holding on tight, that person's going to look and they're going to see the value. Scott, what have you learned about doing that?
I learned that you gotta do it to a lot of people. I mean, you gotta keep filling in your people into your back office because not everybody's gonna look at it. You might be excited, and it's just that maybe, I don't know. You just gotta keep finding more people. And I got comfortable. That's why I fell off the charts last month, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm not on there because I got too comfortable at where I was, and then people started falling off. So don't get too comfortable because people are going to start passing you up. So I noticed you got to keep getting leads back there. You got to keep getting leads back there. Otherwise, you might get passed up.
Exactly. And, you know, I like to keep these team calls very, very brief. I don't like to keep, you know, I appreciate your time as you come and share your day with us and give us this ability to connect with you. But I don't want to keep you guys from doing the things that are going to be diamond-making activities, helping you achieve your goals and your dreams. So if anybody has a question or they want to ask us anything, make a statement about rejection and how maybe it's affecting you, and anybody have anything to say about that? No.
Yes,
Hey, I
I
do.
do.
Hello?
Okay, I think BJ caught on first, so we're going to let BJ say something, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
I don't know how many of you know, but I've got a long history in network marketing, and I've probably heard 30 times no 10,000 times. And I understand that no doesn't mean now. I mean, doesn't mean no. It just means not now. I understand that. What happens, you know, after a period of time, and Scott's very right about that, you get comfortable, and you know, and it's that moment of anticipation, and you work on somebody so hard, and you've got that seed planted, and you try, and you try, and you try, and you're saying to yourself, come on, quit dragging, let's just do this, and then they don't, you know. This week was kind of a tough week for me, and my ego got shot down a little bit, and that was hard for me. But you just bounce back, you know. You just say, that was yesterday, today is a brand new day, you know. Yeah, I can't fix yesterday. I can just start today and plant new seeds and go on. But I have to tell you, it was a rough week for me. But I'm better. I did 125 contacts today. So, I mean, I just dug my heels in the sand, and I just kept going and going and going. So you just can't ever, never give up. You can't do it, you know. Okay, that's all I got.
Thank you so much, BJ, and that's right. You know, you have to really kind of focus on your why and what you're doing and how important that is, and it doesn't matter what somebody says to you, that no, that rejection. If that one person or few people are going to keep you from achieving what you're looking to achieve here, that success for yourself and for your family, then really you have no business here. To be honest, if you're going to let one person affect you and your future, then that's really, really sad, because nobody has that much power over me. Eric, you wanted to come out and say something?
Yeah, I do. Okay, first of all, you said something about, and I don't remember what the last thing you said, but you said if you're not being rejected on a daily basis, you're not being, what was that word that you used?
If you're not getting rejected on a daily basis, then your goals aren't ambitious enough.
There you go. There you go.
You're not talking to enough people.
Right. I say that as also like whenever I'm hearing like Robert speak or other people like you or Scott, the Holy Spirit always puts things in me about different things of like God's word and things like that. And one thing is that, as you know, is if you're not being persecuted, then you're not growing and you're allowing fear to dominate. To me, that would, persecution would be like the same thing as being rejected, wouldn't it?
Yeah. A form of persecution. So I agree with you there. And you really, it boils down to activity.
Right.
Activity. So,
right.
And you know, Robert has a great training, and if any of you haven't gone through that pro mentorship training, you're really missing out. There is so much back there that you cannot find anywhere else, and that is really what kind of changed here for me. That is what gave me that pop, that let me realize what the abilities that I have, what I need to work on, and help me, kind of catapulted me to where I am today. So Robert talks a lot about fear and all of those things in that training. So make sure you guys plug into that. Anybody else? No? Okay, I'm going to ask.
Yeah, me.
Oh, me. Hi, me. Hey, buddy, what do you have?
Yeah, when you get rejection, it's a mental thing, like you said. And you have to focus on yourself to make everything positive. So what I do, when I get rejected daily, I've been getting rejected daily because it's a new venture for me. But, you know, I focus and I look in the mirror and I say something. Repeat it over and over again until it's gone. And I started my process. That's all.
Excellent, Jaime. Thank you so much for sharing. At this time, I'm going to ask Doug. I think you have some quotes you want to share with us today?
Yes, I do. So rejection isn't failure. Failure is giving up. Everybody gets rejected. It's how you handle it that determines where you'll end up. And then the second quote is by Bo Bennett, and it says, "A rejection is nothing more than a necessary step in the pursuit of success." So there you go. Thank
you so much. Really appreciate you. And really, guys, if you're brand new, I want to welcome you. We have these team calls every Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, every single week. We don't do these for us. We do these for you. And anybody who is going to the event, I'm really excited to see you there. If you're not, make sure you're following Robert Hollis, Bill Ebert, Robert Hollis Jr., all on Periscope. Even Scott Cluster here, follow him on Periscope, because we're going to be trying to send some information or some of the exciting things that are happening there. So watch our Facebook pages, watch our blog pages, and watch for us on Periscope. We're going to share with you as much as we can. However, I know that we're not going to be doing it justice, so if you can be there live. Susan, Veronica, we're really, really looking forward to seeing you there. Scott, Doug, myself. I'm sorry if I missed somebody here. Just stay connected to one another. Use the UP Family Chat as a support for yourself. You can always find me on Facebook. If you don't have my phone number, get it. Get it from your Diamond Leader. Plug into your Diamond Leader or above. We're the ones that are here to help you have success. And I'm going to thank you for your time, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you when we see you.
And also Melody on Periscope as well.
Do what?
I forgot to say to follow you on Periscope.
You know what? I haven't scoped yet. I am not even going to make excuses about it, but I'll get there. I will get there. I am following so many people. I am learning so much and making myself available to the team. Not an excuse, I know. Don't forget Tonight is the Pro Show every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. There's a lot going to be shared. Robert is he's here in LA. He and Bill and Matthew and Junior, they're all getting ready for the live event, for the Life Mechanic event. And I can't wait to hear what he has to say. I hope to see you there. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Have a blessed day.
Have a good day.
Hey, Scott.